All right, are you ready for this? I'm gonna play some wild videos for you. For those of you that don't understand Yoruba, I will try my best to bring you guys along. Okay, but this is going to be wild. This is gonna be a wild ride. So make sure you strap your belts, and we'll take you from there. After this video, I'll tell you who Olaiya Igwe. I know Chinye was trying to correct me on how to pronounce Igwe. Igwe. Which one is it? I don't know. I didn't know you guys have Ami on top of your words. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's play this video.
Olóyèdè Olaiya Igwe mo wá pè ẹ́ mo wá sádìẹ a kì í rí di òkun a kì í rí di ọ̀sà a kì í rí di ọmọ onígèlègèlè Ọlọ́run ọba o torí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu mo ṣe wá pè ẹ́ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu jẹ́ kó jáwé olúborí Ọlọ́run bá wa gbé dépò mo dìídì wá sí òkun láti wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún ìwọ Ọlọ́run ọba aláàánú jùlọ bí omi òkun yìí ṣe pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìwọ Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ bí omi òkun yìí ṣe pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìbò Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ má jẹ́ kójú ti wá má jẹ́ kójú ti àkànbí ọmọ olódò jẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Jagaban òun ni kò jẹ́ ó jáwé olúborí kó di president orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìyà tó ń jẹ wá ìwọ Ọlọ́run wá ká gbogbo ìyà yìí kúrò mo dìídì wá mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mi ò lè wó.
I'm sorry. What is this? Let's close that. All right. So who is Olaiya Igwe? Olaiya Igwe, his real name is Olaiya. It's a veteran Hollywood actor, producer, director, and he's produced quite a few movies. And basically, what he was doing here was some kind of, I guess you can call it a ritual. And he was praying for the present president of Nigeria to win the election that happened in 2023, which he did win. So we can say that, but he basically went into the ocean. He was filmed. Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. All right, he was filmed. It says, "It is with my pleasure to support a candidate." Let me see here. To support a candidate who truly reflect our values and highest ideals. There is one candidate in this election who will protect that dream. One leader who will fight hard to keep promise of Nigeria for the next generation. And that's why we must stand up and make Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Jagaban the next president. Now, why is he making the news? Why was it trending today and yesterday? All right, he's been apologizing for this video and some recent atrocities, which I'm going to be going through, along with a supporting character. Her name is Yinka TNT. I've stumbled into this auntie's video a couple of times by mistake. I promise you, by mistake. There's no way I'm sitting around watching such video. It is funny. It's wild. Whenever I see it, I've seen it at least 2 or 3 times. It's wild. She's speaking most of it in Yoruba. A lot of vulgar, very, very raw, descriptive, but it's basically all she talks about is sex. Okay, oko, obo, things like that. That's what she does. But before we get to the Auntie Yinka part, right? Before we get there, the first response, I'm going to play the first response before he started apologizing within the last 48 to 72 hours. The first response that he gave back then is what I wanted to play for you. Okay. All right. So let me see here. D-Love say, "Yep, I was an overachiever, so I put a lot of pressure on myself." Yeah, I know what you mean. I know, I can relate. D-Love, I can relate. Wait to be this one like this one. No worry. This man again. No, we're just doing some backstories, But no backstory. He actually is in the news now. But this was his first response to when people were dragging him. Okay, I'm gonna play that right now, and then we'll take it from there. Let's see. There you go.
Okay, need the first one, Timosiki. Hello, Buruku.
She said that first time when I was sick, she's talking to somebody on the phone, is being filmed. Now, the question I always ask here is that this situation that is being filmed, what was the purpose? There's nothing wrong with filming situations, but sometimes we need to identify why was it being filmed. What was the main reason why it was being filmed? Because a lot of people will cap and say, I'm just being me. No. It was filmed. Why? So now he's being filmed all over again. And he's saying, the first time when I was sick, how much did you send to me? If not because you want to be an unfortunate human being. It's basically raining curses on the person that is speaking to on the phone. That was his first response. And he filmed it for a reason, right? So let's keep going. He said, you heard I was sick at one point. Didn't you hear I was sick at one point?
Okay, need the first one, Timosiki.
He said, how much did you send to me if you're not an unfortunate human being when I was sick? He's getting somewhere. Wait for it. He said, when my younger one explained to you that I was sick, right? And like when my younger one explained to you that I was sick, what did you bring to the table? I guess, let's keep going. He said, did you pick up your phone anymore?
Number one. Number two.
He said, that's number one. Number two. He said, the wife, the first lady, Tinubu, Pastor Senator Remi Tinubu, I guess, helped him out. Let's keep going.
Teaching hospital Nikeja. Lord of blessed memory.
So basically, the first lady helped him, and they took him to the people that treated him when he was sick, right? And that person was the first lady of Tinubu. He's given the reasons why he walked into the ocean naked to pray that Tinubu must win. That's what he's doing right now.
Yes, America. Arrange everything. Come and me Olaiya Gbodoku. So
he says, so that kind of person will now say they want to run for president, and I will now not support them. He said he will now call himself a bastard and not follow that person. Okay, so that's the first response that we saw back then. I'm sure he did some other interviews and things like that as well. But before we get too far into this story, right? Why is he being dragged today? Okay. No, actually, before we get to the reason why he's being dragged today, remember I was asking why is this being recorded? Why is everything being recorded, especially the butt cheeks inside of an ocean? Why is that being recorded? Right? That's something. So he was actually a guest on Murayo and Dem show on The View, and we're going to play a little bit of that clip. He explains why it was being recorded, and this time around in English. So let's get to that really quickly. Let me see. I gotta share that on the screen. Hold on 1 second. Aha, there you go. This is Olaiya Igwe. Aha, let's play it.
Okay. Let me get a few more questions in from you, because I know the ladies have a few questions for you.
Yes. So I know that time, people who are really spiritual, they use different things to pray. We see women wake up in the middle of the night to pray for their children. So this just shows me that there's a strong support. You really have a strong feeling towards your principal, and you really want to see him succeed. But my worry is, how did he get into the internet? Were you doing it and you had something?
Yeah, like you can walk into the ocean naked if you want to, but how did he get into the internet? She's asking the question that we wanted to know. Let's see his answer.
Who was posting, recording you or something?
Thank you. If you are a Yoruba, Babalawo can say, okay, if you want to do this prayer, make sure you go to various markets.
Marketplace.
On a market day, carry a ball.
Carry
and
etutu, ebo, ritual.
There. there's no difference of doing that to what I did.
On the
I
internet.
deliberately recorded that event.
So that everybody can see.
I deliberately, for people to see.
Okay.
It is not because of money.
Celebrate.
Yeah, because it was an intentional
Okay.
that I should do that.
Oh, okay, so just in case you missed what we're talking about, okay? He said it was intentional. Okay, this is what he's talking about. Why? I'm still asking why. Jesus Christ. You actually have a whole, like a film crew filming your butt cheeks.
Because I listened to
Voice.
the
And then you
person that
posted it
asked
yourself?
me. Of course.
Oh.
Okay.
I did it
That video showed that you did it deliberately.
deliberately.
Obviously.
And I have
It
no
showed-
cause to regret.
He has no cause to regret. That's what he said, though. Okay, he has no cause to regret. Of course, people like that, they have no cause to regret. Life doesn't end there. There's gonna be continual events. That since you didn't regret the last time, there's a good chance. Hold on 1 second. You didn't regret the last time, right? There's a good chance that you got dragged small, right? You got away with it, no big deal, right? You know what that does to the human mind? A little coconut head just sneaking small. Pride will enter. Like, I got away with it, I can do it again. Everybody just clown themselves. We moved on, Abby. No biggie. That's what you thought. That's what he thought. He got away with it, right? All right. So I'm gonna play this video for you, and this is from the Auntie Yinka TNT. Apparently, this woman is a healthcare worker, and I'm actually going to play her largest video, her most popular video. This video has 500, and let me show you. This video was actually recorded. Was recorded 3 years ago. Let me see here. This is the Auntie right here. This video, you can see that there's no extract. You don't see all the stuff moving on my screen, all these labels and fancy stuff, the ticker. You don't see any of that. Okay, but this is what we are consuming. It's entertaining. So it is what it is. 500,000 views on this video in 3 years. Okay, that's a lot of people, a lot of views, and that's just one of our many videos. Okay, so she has something to say here, and then for those of you that understand Yoruba, please let me translate small, okay? Inside of I'll try my best, okay? But this is gonna be wild, okay? It's gonna be a wild 7 minutes ride, okay? So help me translate small if you understand Yoruba in the chat, okay? Let's see what she has to say. She said, all Yinka TNT beloveds.
Kíní yẹn wà fún àwọn tí ṣe mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ní agbára láti gba ilé fún ìyàwó mi ń ta, but àwọn míì dẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n ní owó débi wípé gbogbo ìyàwó wọn inú ilé tí wọ́n kọ́ ni wọ́n ń gbé, oníkálukú kọ̀ ní apartment tiẹ̀ ni. Àdàwọn obìnrin kan wà tó yẹ pé wọ́n ráyè pẹ̀lú bọ́n ṣe ń gbénu ilé kan náà, wọ́n máa ṣọ́ ọkọ wọn káàkiri, ṣé ọ̀dọ̀ ìyálé ló wà, ṣé ọ̀dọ̀ ìyàwó ló wà, ọ̀dọ̀ tani ló wà, wọ́n ráyè gan. Irú wọn ni mò ń bá wípé tó bá ti níyàwó méjì tó dẹ̀ fẹ́ dó ẹyọ kan, tó ti fọkàn sí pé fẹ́ dó ẹyọ kan, méṣọ̀ pé lágbára láti dó mẹ́ta. Bó ṣe mọ̀ pé ní tí wọn bá jọ gbé dẹ́pọ̀ oníkálukú ń gbé níta ni, ẹ mọ̀ pé irú nǹkan báyẹn ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. So ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, ó yẹ kẹ́ ti máa mọ̀.
Okay, so she said, my fans, she gave an advice on a previous video or something like that, that if you are going to have 2 wives, make sure you are ready to you have the power to have sex with 3 women. That's what she's talking about. Again, she talks about just mostly sex and stuff like that. So, but she uses, speaking about sex in Yoruba is naturally vulgar. So I'm thinking, like, is there a way to not be so vulgar if you're going to, like, let's say for example sex education, because what she's claiming is sex education, right? Is there a way to actually conduct sex education session or video without being vulgar. Is that possible? Because think about it, the way we are very conservative, right, in the Yoruba tradition generally, you're not supposed to say those things out loud, not especially on some kind of media device, right? So I want to give her a little bit of an out. Is it that she doesn't really have a choice than to be so vulgar, right? Or she's just nasty? Let's keep going. Is the auntie just nasty?
pé tí n bá sọ̀rọ̀ mo mọ̀ pé ẹ rò ó kẹ́ wo bí tí mò ń bá ọ̀rọ̀ lọ kó ṣe gbogbo nǹkan náà ni mo máa ṣàlàyé ṣé ó ti yé yín èyí tí mo sọ pé tó bá níyàwó méjì lágbára láti dó mẹ́ta àwọn kan wà tí jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run bò wọ́n láṣìírí láti kọ́lé gbogbo bẹ̀ níyàwó wọn ń gbé then àwọn míì tún jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run tí bò wọ́n láṣìírí gbogbo wọn jọ ń gbé náà ni àwọn ló bá wí then secondly kó má kọ̀ pé mo kọ̀ wá mo kọ̀ lọ ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún ọkùnrin àtobìnrin torí nígbà míì ọkùnrin adé láti fi ṣe òbò àwùdó bọ̀ á ti rẹ̀ ó lè ara ìyàwó dẹ̀ lè wà lọ́nà so eléyìí fún àwọn ọkùnrin tó bá sáré fẹ́ dóbò bóyá tó ti rẹ̀ wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n tó fẹ́ sáré dóbò àwọn styles kan wà tẹ̀lé ṣe tí ò ní fún yín ní wàhálà rárá débi wípé àwọn style yẹn fúnra ara ẹ̀ ló bẹ bá ṣe ń ṣe ló máa pe ara ìyàwó yín sọ́nà tẹ́ẹ̀tẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìdí foul play rárá that is tó bá foul play dá ọ̀bọ̀ tó bá rẹ̀ yín.
Okay, so in this second minute, she's advising men who came back from work and you're tired and your wife is already looking forward, and then you're just tired, right? So she's basically advising that, if you're just tired, there's some styles that you can still, if you're that tired, so you don't leave your woman hanging. So he's advising, she did nothing wrong so far, right? Thank you, D-Love. Thank you.
Kí ẹdóyàwó yín bọ̀ tó ti rẹ̀ yín tẹ́ ẹ feel lazy jẹ́ kí n sáré fún yín ní style méjì mẹ́ta kan ẹ lè ṣe nǹkan tó ń pè ní tight squeeze báwo náà ṣe ń ṣe tight squeeze ẹ ní láti sọ pé bóyá ẹ ń touch ìyàwó yín bọ̀ bẹ́ bá ṣe okó ló máa touch ìyàwó yín okó ló máa jẹ́ kí ìyàwó yín wet.
All right, so you heard wet, you heard make me water, you heard all that. That's just a small version. That's a small version. She's educating people. She did nothing wrong thus far, right? So, her name is Yinka TNT. I'm sure some of you will go and find her, whatever. She's not my cup of tea. But she's speaking in Yoruba and doing sex education. But you would think that's the end of it, right? Well, in recently, Auntie Yinka decided to take it to the next level. She decided it's time to take this story to the next level. Like I said, if you're getting away with something, people are rewarding with you, with massive views and audience. If it's working, you want to keep doing it, right? Until you get in trouble. One day, maybe we too will get in trouble with what we're doing here. We'll see, until you get in trouble. But she decided to do a whole music, and she recorded the whole music video. And of course, Mr. Olaiya Igwe find himself inside of the video. Let me show you a little bit. I'm going to fast it, and I probably will silence the music so that we don't get into trouble. Let's see. This says 16 minutes. We won't be able to do 16 minutes, but I'll just give you the gist of why Olaiya Igwe is in trouble in the last 48 to 72 hours.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sórí gbogbo ọkùnrin tí ò bá lè performance tí ò bá lè lu gẹ́gẹ́ dáadáa tí ò bá lè performance lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì pẹ̀lú ìyàwó ẹ̀ kí ìdàlójó bó lè kẹ̀rẹ́ kẹ́tì. Adamu yàfa mo gbọ́ tẹ́sán o ẹ gbọ́ mo fẹ́ bí ìlìbèrè ọkàn ẹ wò mí dáadáa ṣé kò dáa kí n bí ìràngó sí ìyàwó mi lọ́rùn nínú ilé kájà lójúbọ lẹ̀ kẹ̀rẹ́ tìkẹ́ gbọ̀n pẹ̀lú àmì líle ẹbí kí ìyàwó mi bínú tán kó gbóló.
All right, so what they're talking about, they're using, Yoruba people say, they're using corny ways to describe sex. And she had a traditionalist, native doctors. And then she had an Islamic person, an Islamic clergy person, right? And that's what you're looking at. and they are all describing oral sex. They are all describing sex, oral sex, in their own ways, in their own religious ways. And the third of those group of people is cherubim and seraphim people. I think they are also Christians. They also showed up and they are also describing in their own way. Peace be unto you. So they did a whole drama showing all these religious people describing very vulgar, in very vulgar ways, but also using those religious terminologies to describe, you know, what most religions will basically frown at, right? They don't take any kind to that, right? They find, especially the Islamic, will find that you can even still get away with that with a lot of Christians, but you know, this is how they got in trouble. Let me play a little bit more. So then she ended up singing. She said, no faith tells you not to. Let me see what she's saying. She said, there is no faith that says that a man should not be eating the grocery. Okay, and she has all these religious people in the scene, right, of the video, of the music video, basically. All right, and then there are scenes of actual people performing on themselves. All right, you see cherubim people, you see the traditionalists, and then you see people performing on themselves, and then you see Olaiya Igwe to the right there, right, just making a cameo appearance, I guess, you know. After all, he got away with nakedness inside the water, and you see people performing on themselves. Okay, all right. So this is a whole full-blown 16-minute music video. This is the anti-Nika TNT right here. All right. So this is what they do when they get away with a little small. Now again, I'm not really saying anything she did is wrong yet, you know, but obviously it's offensive. There's a difference between being wrong and being offensive, and that's part of social intelligence. So if you're wondering why I'm bringing this up, there's a difference between being wrong and being offensive. And being offensive can be deemed by most people, especially the offended, as wrong. That makes sense. They're supposed to feel that way. But you might not see it that way, and you might be wondering, what did I do? What did I do, right? This is examples of what we're talking about right now, okay? So for men, Dealers is still helping me with the translation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yep. So there are ways to speak Yoruba without being vulgar. She's just chasing clout because the vulgar words gave her views. Is that because we're not used to those vulgar words and we're excited and we're engaging with the views? We're engaging, we're watching, right? Yeah, so that's what I was. Yeah, cherubim is Yoruba. It's cherubim, right? Cherubim is English. God help me. Let's see here. Just let me give you two simple styles. Tight squeeze. She's walking us through this. You can go watch the video later on. But that's what she does. But she took it to another level by doing a whole music video that's essentially deemed as mocking this religious belief systems. Okay. Let's see. How come Yoruba pronounce kerubu? Because it's called kerubu in Yoruba, so we pronounce it that way. We tend to pronounce it that way. Thank you, Brother Ben, for helping. But I think it's cherubim, right? All right, but I grew up getting used to calling it kerubu and seraphu, you know, because that's the Yoruba version of it. It cracks you up. Chinye, you go there, all right. So that's how she got in trouble. Well, she got in trouble in her own little small way, right? But, you know, then when you involve Olaiya Igwe in this story, it became wild. So he decided to come out and make an apology. And I want to play that apology for you. And then there's more to the story. There's more. All right. Now let's look at the apology and see what he's saying. Let's see here.
mo fi àsìkò yìí kí gbogbo ojú tó ń wò mí,
Translation time.
àtọmọdé àtàgbà.
It's just greetings,
Ọ̀rọ̀ tí
greetings,
mo wá
greetings,
sọ,
greetings.
mo wá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ni, mo dẹ̀ wá tún sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Yínká TNT. Bàbá wa Bọ́lá.
So he came to give you 2-in-1 apologies. One for the, because now everybody is dragging anybody that supported Tinubu because of the economy, the state of the economy, because of the exchange rate. So they're dragging him for that too. Like, you went into the ocean to butt cheek naked to go and pray that this man should win, right? But now we're in trouble, right? So that's what he's doing right now.
Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ dé ipò president, títorí àwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún mi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀tì, revelation wá bá mi.
He said because of his health, the fact that they helped him because of his health, and then secondly, revelation came to him. A revelation from where? Is this a thank you revelation? Is this Shetutu? Is this a gift Thanksgiving revelation? What kind of revelation? Is it because of the health or the revelation? I guess two things can be true at the same time.
Wípé kí n lọ ṣe báyìí fún wọn ní beach, mo lọ ṣe. Lẹ́yìn tí mo ṣe tán, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èébú, èpè, gbogbo ẹni mo gbà. Ṣùgbọ́n mi ò fi taratara bínú àbí ṣe bákan sí. Mo ti mọ̀ pé irú ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ wáyé.
He said he was abused because of the,
láti ipasẹ̀ eré tí mo ṣe. Àwọn tó wà dé expect irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ó máa bá wọn lójijì pé kí ló dé, kí ló sún Ọláìyá débi.
He was verbally abused.
Irú nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, èpè àti eégún tó wá, ó máa wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn parties tí wọn kì í ṣe parties tí bàbá wa ti jáde wá.
Okay, this is supposed to be an apology, but now it's blaming the other parties that Tinubu did not belong in. So clearly, this man does not know how to tender an apology. But let's keep going, because he's also known. I think a lot of people know him as a humble person, right? You know, in Nigeria, Alekwe Bodani Agbaya. In Yoruba language, we can call a Boda a stupid person. Like, this stupid Boda, come here, correct your head or your hair. We can do that, you know, depending on what part of the streets you find yourself, you know. So, in the same token, he's going to actually tender an apology, but you know, there's a lot of things he's saying in about 60 minutes that really just doesn't need to be said. What these people need to do is just raise up their hand and say, I am Raz. Right? This is just...
Okay,
he said you're all... He said all of na. Okay, he said all of that you are right, and you know what time it is now, right? He's right. We are all right. We know that we are right.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. Tó bá jẹ́ pé nígbà tí bàbá wa wọlé tán, eku wa ń ké bí eku, ẹyẹ ń ké bí ẹyẹ. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bú mi pátá, ẹ máa wà reduced nínú eku mi, ẹ tún máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi sí. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí expectation yín ti ẹ̀ ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ tún pè mí. Mo tún rí aláàtì. Láti ẹ̀gbà pọ̀ pé aláàtì méjì náà ni mo rí. Láti fi iṣẹ́ mi mọ̀ rán láti owó. Láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọrú yín, mo dẹ̀ rán láti èpè lóríṣiríṣi.
Aláàtì èpè.
Ọlọ́kan òjọ̀kan. Ẹ ò jẹ̀bi o. Aráàlú ń sunkún, aráàlú ń ké. Òun ló fa gbogbo eléyìí. Tí mo fi ń bí everybody. Àtàwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó wà nílùú òyìnbó, they are not happy with the situation, with the present situation. Mo wá bẹ̀ bàbá wa Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀. Dádì, èmi ò jẹ̀bi ipa tèmi kó nígbà tí ẹ fẹ́ wọlé president. Èmi ò bínú sí. Mi ò dẹ̀ regret ipa tí mo kó. Pé ẹ̀yin náà ti ṣe nǹkan fún mi ní nǹkan tó la ẹ̀yin lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ sọ.
So he's saying to Daddy, he's speaking to Daddy, he he doesn't regret, you know, supporting Daddy. Jesus Christ. This is a grown man calling him Daddy. Anyway, Daddy, I didn't regret, but let's keep going.
Mi ò búyọ̀ Daddy. Ẹ̀dìyẹ ńlá àgùn ìyẹ́ ara ẹ̀ ló jẹ́. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́dẹ̀ fa tí àgùn tẹ́lẹ̀ ńlá yẹn tí wọ́n fi rí níta.
Oh, so he's speaking to Tinubu now and say Adiyen Lagun, you know, it's because we know you're going through a lot, but can you speak up? That's one.
I'm a audition. I'm a go-sitter. I'm a loss of institutions to watch theater art. I'm a loss of people. I'm a cake theater.
wípé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ kópa láti inú eré tá a fẹ́ ṣe kó máa bọ̀ ká ṣe audition fún ẹ̀yin fún ara yín mọ́ra yín nínú political circle tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mọ́ra yín ẹ̀ ò ní mú irú Wike kó lọ di Àbújá mú tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe ribiribi ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ tó rántí.
Wike has collected stray bullets. Wike, who is the administrator of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, has collected stray bullets right now, and we have to deliver. No.
Different from blue.
Sanusi Soludo, ex-Central Bank governor.
He's calling out names.
Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ lẹ́yìn tó kúrò ní ipò tí wọ́n yọ gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá ló mú ọgbọ́n jáde ẹ bá look into àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí màá yẹn sọ.
This man knows nothing about how to govern a country. He doesn't have anything to say. That's why he walked into an ocean butt cheek naked to go and pray for a president. That's the only reason why. So nothing is going to change. It's not going to change right now. He still doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's just be honest with that, okay? Now he's being a special advisor. He's doing special advisor to Tinubu after he prayed for him butt cheek naked inside of the ocean.
Monitoring team.
For monitoring team.
National monitoring team.
National monitoring team. He's advising. This guy thinks he's doing an actual advice. Jesus Christ, special advisor.
Mama, tẹ́bí bá ti assign iṣẹ́ síta tẹ́ bá ti fi yàn sípò gbogbo sectors pátá ló yẹ pé máa monitor kì í ṣe pé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ believe pé mo ti yan lágbájá sọ wà láàmú yẹn tó kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
That's what the cabinet is.
Fún àpẹẹrẹ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ palliative.
All of una are thieves. Okay, if you're not a thief, you're only after your own personal, what do you call it? Personal, what I'm like, today I'm scrambling a little bit. Interest. The Nigerians are after, because of hunger, everybody's after their own personal interest, not national interest. They have a cabinet, everything is top.
Ẹ̀yin náà rí ibi tẹ́ bára yín yóò ti lọ léṣe kẹ̀mí yóò ti lọ mọ́bìnrin tó kọ́ yàrá ìyàwó yẹn jẹ tẹ̀ dáṣẹ̀ yà fún wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní gbogbo sectors kò sí ìgbà tó ní kí ẹni kéèyàn lọ ṣe títì tẹ́ bá kọ́ yẹn fún wọn kàkà kan ṣe títì wọn máa pàṣẹ ẹ̀yìn wọ́tẹ́yìn bá ní monitoring team tẹ̀ wí náà wọ́n tó máa.
There is monitoring team, they are also thieves.
Babraibo.
He said monitoring team are getting drafted. He's giving advice. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why I walk into the ocean. I'm fasting forward now.
Ṣùgbọ́n náà wọ́n bá ọ̀rá níyàn yín orí tèmi orí tèmi ìbànújẹ́ òní wọlé tọ̀ ní èmi ò ní láti ṣépè padà ayọ̀ ajẹ́ ti gbogbo yín ìṣẹ́pẹ́ ń dédé bí.
So he's saying he doesn't want to curse anybody that cursed at him. Listen, Nigerian curses don't work. Okay, I'm letting you know right now on a general scale, of course. When Nigerian people curse, it doesn't work. Okay, if it did work, they'll be cursing all their leaders out and it will be changing things, but it doesn't work. Okay, so but he's affecting him. He feels like he's disappointed the people. Thank you, Jai D Love. Chia say, how come Igwe is part of his name? Does he have an Igbo name? I think it's a character name, including Olaiya is a character name. That's not his real name. His real name is something Oloyede, like he said in the beginning. Please look into other wise men's advice so the country can be better. This was the advice he's given. D-Love is helping me translate. It looks like you're out of touch with the poor and don't care. Please monitor the people in your office. You see your life you want to use to vote for youth. Didn't the one youth girl steal all our money? Yep. So I come in peace, no hate here. Thank you, D-Love. D-Love is just translating though. All right. Let's keep going. So he's apologizing to the people now. Oh, he's apologizing. Why is apologizing? Okay, now let's get back to Auntie Yinka TNT, the auntie who is talking all naked that he mistakenly found himself inside of the video. He fell into the music video by mistake. He didn't realize what they were saying, even though they were saying it in Yoruba, in English, in Islam, in Yoruba, in Christian, in he's going to apologize now.
Mistake tí mo ṣe, mo fẹ́ sọ. Kò sí nǹkan tí
not opening my nyash.
Tó kọjá kéèyàn ní good manager. Mo kúkú ní manager. But mi ò gbé script iṣẹ́ Yínká gba ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀. Mo believe àbúrò mi ní Yínká.
mo dẹ̀ believe pé ìsọkúsọ tó ń sọ yẹn àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ kó rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀ǹdì ẹ̀ ó mú ní message tẹ́lómi tó jẹ́ pé nínú program yín ká ni mo ti mọ̀ pẹ́ lómi tó bímọ 6 mẹ́rin inú ẹ̀ gate man ẹ̀ lóní kí ló lè fà tó fi rí bẹ́ẹ̀ all those things ìyẹn lè mi grab torí mi ò kì í fẹ́ ká ṣeré kó má ní.
So inside of Aunty Yinka's is where he learned that people will have 6 children and 4 of them belongs to the gate man. He learned that inside of Yinka TNT's video. And this man is going to be a presidential advisor. All right, let's keep going.
Message bí mo ta bá ṣàwàdà gbọ́dọ̀ ní message ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí mo wá bára mi ní position ọ̀rọ̀ Yinka yìí mo mọ̀ pé àwọn kankan wà lẹ́yìn ọ̀fà tó tún ju òjé lọ.
Like what?
Nígbà tí a máa ṣe program Yinka èmi kọ́ ni mo direct ẹ̀ ọmọ tó direct ẹ̀ jáde sàkà ló ń pè kò ní ìpè mo mention orúkọ ẹ̀ bọ́ máa mention orúkọ ẹ̀ because àwọn bloggers kan tí ó jẹ́ wípé nǹkan bá ti pò fún àwọn followers wọn nọ́ngbà àwọn náà ti gbà èmi kọ́ ni mo direct ẹ̀ dáre sàkà lẹ́ni tó direct ẹ̀ rule ti iṣẹ́ eré rẹ̀ ni pé director gbogbo mistake inú eré láyé pátá ọ̀run director ló wà director ló máa sọ pé ṣe báyìí gbogbo tí mo ṣe yẹn pátá tí director ní kì í ṣe ni mo ṣe.
Create your balance sheet, P&L, and cash flow.
But Baba, you also get to choose what kind of, you also get to read script and participate in choosing what script you participate in. But let's let him slide because he's apologizing at least.
Director náà lè máa rò ní rò pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní dá báyìí.
No, everybody should know that if you're mocking anybody's religion, the end is not going to be good. It might take a while, but you're offensive, right? It's a certain type of mindset that don't realize that, hey, you should have people have their freedom of their religion, their lifestyle, and don't speak offensively to them in the name of we don't want this in our society. There's a place for that. If they are hurting other people, you can say, hey, you can sue them. You can go and report, file a petition at the court of law, at the police station, right? This person is hurting society. And then they will determine if they're actually hurting society. But if all they are doing is choosing how they want to worship God, and you're now mocking how they choose to do that, a certain type of mindset will know that's offensive. Remember when they asked, when they gave Charlie Boy an opportunity to judge the alphabet community, he just said to each his own, right? Because it's a matter of a lifestyle thing. Yes, the laws are against it, but you just have to know where to draw the lines. It's not about you, especially as a grown man. You should know that, right? So if you jump into a video that's mocking people's religion, I get it that it's not always okay. Let me give you some pass. It's not always clean cut, dry cut. You're able to tell if you'll be offensive, but everybody should learn now that is offensive, especially if you're using it to say vulgar things that generally they frown at. Okay, there are ways to still deliver Yinka's message without bringing any one of those things into it. So you jumped into it. The excuses is not excusing.
Aṣíwájú tí mi ò rẹ́dí láti mention orúkọ wọn wọ́n ti ṣeré ẹ̀sìn tí wàá láti bẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ ní country.
Yeah, true.
Eré tèmi dẹ́ ṣe last eré ẹ̀sìn náà ni.
People get into trouble for all this religious place. People get into trouble. It's just what it is, So it's not always clear cut. I want to say that, but in this situation, you brought all 3 of them together.
Yorùbá ẹ̀ mo tún ṣe English ẹ̀ mo pe English ẹ̀ ní Ministry of Unity mo pe Yorùbá ẹ̀ ní àtìtú ìṣọ̀kan mo fi mú unity wà láàrin gbogbo ẹ̀sìn ni pé Ọlọ́run ọba láàrin tó lọ gbogbo ẹ̀sìn ló gbà a ní láti discriminate a dẹ̀ ní láti sọ pẹ́sìn kan ọ̀dà ká condemn. Èmi tí mo ṣe yẹn ní 2008 eré tí mo ṣe láti nìyẹn o tó jẹ́ tèmi o.
So he thought it was bringing unity, but anyway.
Àbáláyé kò sẹ́ni nídánwò mi ò nídánwò láyé tí màá fi kú ẹ dáríjì mi.
He's asking for forgiveness. Let's forgive.
Fẹ́mi Èjìdé pásọ Fẹ́mi Èjìdé wòlíì Fẹ́mi Èjìdé gbogbo yín pátá gbogbo àyẹn gbogbo ìtẹ́jẹ́ pásọ Fẹ́mi Èjìdé ṣéwù ẹ dáríjì mi ọmọ yín.
And yes, including for the nyash, let's forgive and forget. Let's forgive and forget. This is what a grown man says. So you're not allowed to make a decision. You just do whatever. That's the excuse. I did as the director told me, just like I did when the revelation told me to open my nyash. He was the director of that one. But let's just forgive and forget. We're Nigerians.
No.
Baba, don't do that.
I will never do such in my life.
Honestly, anybody can make a mistake now. Anybody can make a mistake.
Wọ́n ṣe ra padà fún mi. Àìmọye ṣéwù àwọn àfáà wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú mi tó ń ṣe prayer fún mi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe náà ń ṣe fún mi.
màá wá sọ pé mi yí ẹ̀sìn yẹn ni mo fẹ́ máa wá bàjẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ má bínú mo kópa ni bí mo ṣe kópa ni mo pe mistake.
He said he participated. That's all. He just participated. That's all. You know, it's not his fault. He just participated in something that was a bigger thing. You know.
No, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
This must have been a very humbling thing for him to discover how people are dragging this back and forth. And it's an allergy too. It's an allergy. So it's Omo, that face is doing me somehow. Look at him now. It's truly remorseful. Come on. This is truly remorseful. Because no shoot the messenger. Now translate at the translate. Now D-Love is like, wait, take it easy on me. What's going on here, right? Yeah. But you know, we're up on time now. I think Nika explains. I'm gonna play about 1 minute of that, and then Nika also wanted to explain because they're dragging her too. Auntie Nika, she said, this woman looks like much older than me. And then not only that, she did a couple of things. And we're going to end the show with this couple of things because, listen, these people are undefeated at the end of the day. You know, these people are undefeated. He's a fine man when he's not misbehaving. Oh, you know. No, my sis, and I just the catch cruise. Anyway, let me play this for you because Auntie Nika had something to say. Let's just play that. And then we'll round up the show.
Please translate.
No, not this one. Oh, not yet. This one. Okay, she's explaining the video. Oh, God. She said she wasn't thinking about mocking. Yeah. What she's saying is that she didn't have that kind of intention. What do I tell you guys about intentions here all the time? You know, your intentions or lack thereof doesn't make any sense. Yeah, either you have good intentions or not. If you don't have enough foresight, you collect with the water in these streets. Yep.
Sorry, yo.
Yep. And basically, you'll be running around town talking about I never expected it. Right? So, yeah, ignorance is not an excuse in real life. I'm sorry. Let's continue. She says she wouldn't dare do that. She couldn't disrespect Kerubu and Seraphu.
Àwọn tó wọṣọ funfun àti pastor Pentecostal wọ́n wà ńbẹ̀ àti ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Going forward, ibi tí mo ti lo ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ olórin nǹkan kan onílù.
All right, unfortunately, this auntie is going to she's going to say she didn't she didn't do it intentionally. Her intentions were in the wrong place. Well, it doesn't matter. Ignorance is not an excuse. Change your mindset. You should know certain things up front. We live in a different world. Respect everybody's religion, okay? But right now, let me see again. Let me see.
Inti mo fi sọ ni wípé ó ń lu ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní church. Ó ń lùlù. Ó ń ṣe kíní kan kò ní kó má do ìyàwó ẹ̀, kò ní kí ìyàwó ẹ̀ má do ẹ̀ torí àti rí obìnrin tó.
She's saying what the message was that faith does not mean you should not sleep with your wife. But she said there was there's a whole script that was mocking how the Islam's pray and to use that to make that message. Auntie is going to explain because no evidence. Yeah, Auntie is just going to shalaye tire. D-Love heard that part. Okay, let me play it for you guys. Okay, so while she was at it, she decided to throw a whole married man under the bus. I'm hearing that this guy is actually married, so I don't know. But let's just play that and then end the show.
Èmi tí mo ní mo rí o wípé okó mo rí tàrẹ̀mú bà mí lẹ́rù ẹ̀rù bà mí mo kọ́kọ́ ka Psalm 24 àti Psalm 23 kí n tó do àrẹ̀mú ní oko re lọ́wọ́ àrẹ̀mú ṣènìyàn tó kó ni àrẹ̀mú ní oko re lọ́wọ́ gbogbo èyí tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ àrẹ̀mú ló kó re lọ́wọ́ ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ bódó dáadáa ó mọ̀ bódó ó gbé mi débẹ̀ mo ṣàlàyé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní katolúwa nílẹ̀ lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ni nígbà tó tẹ́ stage kan mo ní Àrẹ̀mú fún mi lómi, Àrẹ̀mú fún mi lómi torí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gba omi, ó gba kí n máa momi léraléra. Ṣé ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní momi, mo ti test ẹ̀, ó débẹ̀, ó kó Àrẹ̀mú débẹ̀, ó tún wá fi ọmọlúàbí lé. How many inches? Ó kó Àrẹ̀mú nígbà tó le tán, nígbà tó kó Àrẹ̀mú le tán ó lọ sí bí 6.5 nígbà tó kó ẹ̀ le tán. Ìgbà tí ó kó Àrẹ̀mú le tán ó dé bí 6.5 ó lóko. Ẹ má wo pé bóyá torí ó níkùn o, èmi máa ń rò tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àwọn tó níkùn wọn ò kí ń lóko, àmọ́ ó lóko, Àrẹ̀mú lóko, ó kó ẹ̀ débẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ ṣènìyàn, Àrẹ̀mú ṣènìyàn. Ọ̀dọ̀ Àrẹ̀mú tí mo lọ àti ẹ̀gbọ́n ìjọ tí mo bọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ lọ́fíìsì níkẹjà pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fún ọmọkùnrin yẹn. Dó aṣọ mi, cabin crew uniform mi, anywhere tí n bá wọ̀ dé wọ́n máa ń respect mi ni nígbà yẹn. Pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ó treat mi bí queen, bí ọba obìnrin, bí Ọlọ́run ṣe kẹ́ tó. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ti kẹ́ jù báyìí lọ. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ní rí kó wá kó ní báyìí ni mo ṣe jẹ́, báyìí ni mo ṣe rìn. Ẹ má fojú di àwọn Àrẹ̀mú, àwọn Afọláyàn o. At least the two boys that I've met, àwọn Kúnlé Afọláyàn àti Àrẹ̀mú Afọláyàn, ẹ má fi ojú di wọn o. Ẹ má fojú di wọn. Ṣé rí gbogbo ìtàlẹ̀ máa ní Ògún ló máa pa ẹ́, Ògún ló máa ṣe kíní kan yẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ni, ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ni, ọmọ ni, wàláhì Àrẹ̀mú ọmọ ní ẹ̀jọ̀jọ̀. Ara àwọn nǹkan tó fún mi rè nígbà tá a dóra wa tán. Ara nǹkan tó fún mi rè ms ó ṣẹ̀ra ni nígbà tá a dóra wa tán. Àwọn tá a tún jọ lọ, àwọn yẹn dúró síta wọ́n mu drink àti oúnjẹ làwọn yẹn wáyé wá jẹ. Àwọn yẹn dúró síta wá dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ nú ilé. Ó fún mi lélẹ̀, ó fún mi lélẹ̀. Ó tún fún àwọn tá a jọ lọ ní mọ̀ràn. Ó tún fún wọn lówó, owó tí ò ṣe fẹnu sọ síta. Tí ẹ pé tí n bá sọ pé iye báyìí l'Àrẹ̀mú fún wọn, àwọn èèyàn máa ní ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé kò sówó nílùú yìí. Ẹnu ò ṣe, ẹnu kọ́ ni mo tó báyìí. Ẹnu ò ṣe, honestly ẹnu ò ṣe. Fake life, ẹni àgbà tó bá lómi nínú kò kí ń pariwo. Ó ní ọ̀rọ̀, ó ní typical example Àrẹ̀mú àti Kúnlé Afọláyàn. Àgbà wọn ní omi. Tí Àrẹ̀mú àná ni mo mọ̀ o, bó ṣe rí ti Kúnlé Afọláyàn mo ti mọ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ pé àgbà ẹ̀ lómi nínú. Mo ti mọ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ nígbà tí mo ṣe alápá má ṣiṣẹ́ tí mo lọ bá pé kó bá mi ya fídíò. Nígbà tí mo dé inú ibi tí Ọlọ́run tẹ̀dó sí, nígbà yẹn wọn àti brother kan tó ń pè ní Uncle Yínká wọ́n jọ wà pọ̀ ni. Nígbà tí mo dé ibi tí Ọlọ́run tẹ̀dó sí, mo mọ̀ pé àgbà àwọn eléyìí lómi nínú.
She's just throwing everybody under the bus. Another Yínká.
Ìwọ̀n rí kan sọ́rí. Mi ò rí aṣọ pé tẹ máa fi hàn pé kìíní kan aṣọ tó wà extravagant. Kẹ́mi Òjò bá rọ̀, God bless you. Mi ò rí lára wọn rí. Àrẹ̀mú náà tẹ bá rí nǹkan tó wọ̀ lánàá, bọ̀ tẹ bá rí ọkọ̀ tó fi gbé mi lọ́lé, ó ní ìwò àti Yínká ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ bọ́lẹ̀ ni. Bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àti Yínká adóra wa ó dẹ̀ lóko gidi. Bó ṣe ń pa àti Yínká ṣe ń gbádùn ẹ̀, mo ní Àrẹ̀mú máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. Àti Yínká ṣe ń gbádùn mi, Àrẹ̀mú máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. Màá fún wọn ní, má wọrí, màá fún wọn lábọ̀. Ara mi náà, èmi gan mọ̀ pé nǹkan wọ ara mi. Èmi gan mọ̀ pé nǹkan wọ ara mi. Àrẹ̀mú ló kóore, ẹnu ò ṣe. Mo fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin èèyàn kẹ́ kọ́gbọ́n lára
irú ọgbọ́n wo nìyẹn?
Àpẹ ẹ̀yin obìnrin. Èèyàn kan ló máa sọ pé òun tó. Àwọn èèyàn ló máa jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn máa ròyìn ẹ pé o tó báyìí. Jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé ìwọ rèé.
So she's doing the Lord's work by announcing this to the whole world. Listen, did she say Kunle? I don't know if she said that though, but she was running her mouth quite all right. Very simple guys, but his car is big. He's a younger guy. We were giving each other back to back. Look, it's not a man that will tell you he's big.
Má fúnra rẹ̀ push ara rẹ̀ sí àwọn èèyàn pé èmi lélẹ́yìí. Jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn máa ròyìn ẹ.
Let the side chicks tell on you.
Mi ròyìn Àrẹ̀mú.
That's advice.
Kì í ṣojú ayé, kì í ṣe àìsàn mi tẹ̀sí pélé ni mi ti dúpẹ́ àná gan. Ó bà mí jẹ́ débi wípé gbogbo wa tá a lọ ló bàjẹ́, àwọn yẹn jókòó síta. Wọn ò ṣáà lè máa ṣọ́ máa wò bòmí bí tó ti ń dómi ni. Wọn ò ṣáà lè máa.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, we'll be back here at 5 p.m. tomorrow, okay? Shout out to D-Love. Thank you, D-Love, for the translation. I appreciate you. 5 p.m. for the Prestige Happy Hour tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications on your way out. All right, please share. I'll be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'm done for the day.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.